Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Protection Update. First of all, a big thank you to everybody who has managed to complete our Protection Survey 2021. We're not quite there yet in terms of numbers, so if you haven't had a chance to fill it in, there is a link on this Protection Update that you can open up the survey and very quickly complete it for us. What I can tell you is there's been some really interesting insights so far with regard to various potential development areas such as our confidence levels with using trusts, understanding various protection product features and benefits, the client portal, risk reports, all that kind of thing. So it's really your chance to have your say about a number of different protection related themes. And as I mentioned last week, I want to use this to shape what we focus on for the rest of this year and beyond into next year. Now, in this industry, we do constantly hear about the protection gap, and sometimes that can appear like white noise to us. But we do know that one of the big gaps in protection is that income replacement space. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but income protection products have been in existence for well over 100 years in the UK, but it's not always the easiest protection solution cover to obtain. And that's because sometimes you're precluded from the benefit simply by the occupation that you do. The underwriting can be a bit stricter, and of course there are a few more moving parts in terms of designing that solution. Now, the recent Swiss Re Health and Term Watch report did indicate a slight upward trajectory in the non-advised income protection space. But that is still really a drop in the ocean when you look at all the policies taken out where advice was given. Now, I don't know what your opinion actually is with regard to the innovations and the developments around product design over recent years, but for me, I've always been a believer that something is better than nothing. So what I mean by that is it a good idea, if affordability is an issue, to have some level of cover? Maybe not perfect. And I think one of the biggest innovations that we've seen over the last decade or so is the introduction of these limited payment term IP policies. Sometimes these are called budget IP. Effectively, these are, though, top quality income protection plans, but the Life Office do actually cap the number of years that they'll pay the claim for. And what that means is it becomes a lot more affordable. So is it perfect? Definitely not. But is something better than nothing? Well, you can let me know what you think about that. So with that theme in mind, I did actually catch up earlier this week with MetLife to talk about a product that they've only just brought to the market earlier this year called Mortgage Safe. Now, I don't know if you're aware of it, I don't know what you think of it, but it is a hybrid income protection policy. And what it's designed to do is to simply protect those monthly mortgage payments. So the biggest risk that's indicated on the mortgage offer, where it says your home is at risk if you can't keep up those mortgage payments. So here's a snippet of what we talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we touched a little bit on this, but how would you describe the ideal target market for Mortgage Safe?
It's ideal for self-employed customers because of the absence of the financial underwriting and the back to day one cover. Also first-time buyers or customers on a tight budget because it's really affordable option. And don't forget those with families as well, because we've got that children's cover add-on. And if you're thinking sort of premium wise, at the moment we're coming up most competitive. If you think age range about sort of 25 to 45-year-olds, and especially category 3 and 4 jobs, we're coming up particularly competitive. But the key thing is to give it a try and quote on the next few customers you've got, and hopefully you'll see how competitive it is, along with being a really innovative product.
So that was just a very short snippet from the podcast I recorded with MetLife. So if you want to take a look at the whole thing, just click on the link to the podcast and you'll find that on this protection update. Now, one final thing about Mortgage Safe from MetLife. At the moment, you can't research it through Solution Builder, but they are working to fix that. I did actually meet up with iPipeline last week to talk about where best to place it. So there is a little bit of work to do, but we do hope that this will appear soon on Solution Builder because it's a really well-designed product. It's very simple and it's affordable. So that podcast today is the first of what I want to feature on a regular basis. As you'll see, it's not a webinar, it's not formal, but it's short and it's to the point. What I want to do is focus on anything sales and marketing related that are going to give you ideas to help you give better advice and recommendation around the subject of protection. So as long as it is protection, it's all good as far as I'm concerned. So let me know your thoughts and ideas. Who do you want me to talk to next? What do you want to find out about? In fact, have you got a great sales idea or angle that you don't mind sharing with your fellow advisors? Let me know what you think. It'll be great if we can create this positive environment full of ideas that help us keep protection firmly on the agenda with our clients. So that's it from me for this week's Protection Update. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and I'll see you soon.